Now that we kind of know what an ordered pair is, right? We know that when we give our parentheses, our first number is going to be our x and our second number is going to be our y. So we're going to put it on our graph. Well, we need to figure out, where do I put these numbers? The first thing you need to do is start at the origin. The origin is going to be where your x value is 0 and your y value is also 0, right? So you're going to start right here at origin, nothing. Right? And from there, you'll follow along the x-axis and the y-axis according to the particular numbers. So with the x-axis, you're actually going to go along here. You're going to run, right? And we're going to count it using loops. So let's go ahead and count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be your x-axis or your y point. And your y is going to tell you how many times you go up or jump. So first you run, then you jump. Let's go ahead and count that out. So starting from this x value, you're going to jump 5 times, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is where your decimal is going to end up. We're going to label it point A. Right? Let's do another one. So we're going to start at 0, and we're going to label these points. We're going to start with 3 and 9, and go ahead and label that x and y, so you just know right off the get-go. That's your x, that's your y, that's your x, that's your y. So if we're starting at 0, we have to move 3 spaces or run 3 spaces on the on our x, right? So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3. And then from there, we're going to jump up or go up 9 times. Rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that point will be W. 2 important things. You need to label it. And it needs to have a dot or a point, an indication that that is the point that we're looking at. Okay? Let's do the next one. We have 3 and we have 5. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger. Too big. Okay, let's do that. That's okay. So we have our points as 3 and 5 are our next points. Let's go ahead and do 3 and 5. Make it a little bigger. 3 and 5. So start at our origin 0, 0, and it tells us that we need to run 3 times to the right. 1, 2, 3. And then we need to jump 5 times up the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's our point R. Let's do point J. So we're starting at the origin, and it's telling us we need to run 9 times to the right. Remember, origin is 0, 0. Super important. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we need to jump 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gets us our point J. So we have 2 of the points. Now let's go with point A. It's telling us again, starting from the origin, 0, 0, to move to the right 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to go up 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to label that point A. Our next point will be T. Notice how our x value is at 0. Because we're starting at our 0 origin, you're not going to move to the right at all. It's telling us 0 times, right? So the only thing left to do is to go up twice. So let's do that. 1, 2. Notice how I'm on the Y line. Point T. I haven't moved to the right at all because I don't have to. It's telling me that my point X is in fact 0. So I don't have to move at all. Let's do the next one. So in this case, we're given the point. Now we have to find the ordered pairs attached to them. So let's go ahead and find those ordered pairs. Let's do point P. That's what we're looking for first. Starting from the origin, how do I get to P? Well, let's count it. 1, 2. So our X will be 2. And let's look how many times we needed to go up or jump up, right? 1, 2, 3. So our y value will be 3. Coordinate points or ordered pairs for P will be 2 and 3. Let's do Q. Let's count it. From the origin, how many times did I move to the right to get to Q? 1. Did I go up at all? No. So, our x value is going to be 1, and our y value will be 0, because I didn't move up or down in any direction. And if I'm not moving at all, staying on that line, then I have to leave it as such, as 0. I am not moving. Let's do R, point R. All right, so we need to figure out how many times did I move to the right, and how many times did I move up or down to get to R. So let's go ahead and do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our x value is going to be 7. We need to figure out how many times did we go up? Well, we jumped 1, 2. So our y value will be 2. Now we have point S. Point S. I have it right here. Now, how many times am I moving to the left or right? 0. So my x value will be 0. I'm not moving at all. I'm staying right on this line, like the origin, 0, 0. And then from there, we need to figure out how many times am I moving up. Well, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I moved 4 times. My y value will be 4. And we performed the same steps as we did before, just the opposite direction. And you don't need letters or anything can be used to show that you are finding the ordered pair in our coordinate plane, in our chart, right? So in this case, we're using triangle, circle, heart, square, star, and X. Well, let's find the X. How many times do we move to the right? 1, 2. So our X value for the X will be 2. And how many times did I move up? Well, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My y value will be 10. Let's go ahead and look for the triangle. Again, how many times did I move to the right? Well, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my x will be 8. What about my y? Well, let's see how many times we needed to move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My y value will be 10. And for the circle, do the same thing. Start from our origin, 0, 0. We see if we need to move to the right. In this case, we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our x value will be 8. Now we count how many times we're moving up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It gives us our y value of 7. Flip to the square. Well, what 8? How many times am I going to move up? 1, 2, 3. We're down 8 and 3. What about the heart? Again, we start from the origin, 0, 0, and we just move. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we mark 9 for our x value. And then we go up to figure out our y, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our y is 7. Probably asking, Mr. C, why didn't you count those loops? And why are you doing loops? Well, I already know that my 8's here and my 3's here. So if you can picture it, that's great. I use the loops so that I don't lose count and I don't lose my spot for when the numbers start to get a lot bigger. A coordinate plane is really easy right now. It's nice and simple. But like we looked at our previous graphs, it can change. Maybe it's counting by 5s, 10s, 100s, 200s, thousands. Then you really want to start using your loops, just so you don't lose your place and you understand where it is in the chart that you're looking for. That being said, let's go ahead and look for the star. Now, we're moving to the right. Let's figure out how many times. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Am I moving up or down? No. So that'll give us a y value of 0, and our x will be 10. Our ordered pair will be 10 and 0.